All right, listen, boys. Before we get to Mbappe, I want to get to this record transfer fee in England that just happened today. Brighton Hove Albion purchased an Ecuadorian player a couple of years back, I think about 3 years ago now, for £4.5 million. They loaned him out to a team in Belgium, brought him back. He's played well. And now they just sold him today for £115 million. That's a new British transfer record fee. He was going to Chelsea. Liverpool hijacked it, but Moises Caidedo said, no, I do not want to play for Liverpool. I want to go to Chelsea. And everybody wondered, well, why? What's going on? I thought maybe there was more money in it for him at Chelsea. Rumor today came out that he actually is a huge fan of N'Golo Kante, has followed him for years, loved the way N'Golo Kante played at Chelsea, just became a big Chelsea fan. So when the opportunity popped up and he agreed to terms with Chelsea a couple of weeks back, he kept his word and he is now headed off and will be signing with Chelsea. £115 million for Moises Caicedo.
I call that good business.
I call it great business by Brighton. Absolutely great business. A bit much, though. I think it's a bit much. I mean, the transfer fees have gotten silly, but that's ridiculous.
Stupid.
Well, if they're willing to pay it.
Ridiculous.
It's so silly because when Liverpool were in for Jude Bellingham, right? Yeah, Jude Bellingham went to Real Madrid for 95.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and now we're seeing this £115 million bid going for Caicedo to Chelsea, right?
How much was
Casado's nowhere near Jude Bellingham.
Nowhere near.
Agreed, but the Arsenal from West Ham.
Rice.
Yeah,
I mean,
where did he go?
105.
105, but Rice is in and around that boat. I wouldn't say he's 105, but he's in and around that boat. Definitely is not as impactful as Jude Bellingham, but very, very
think
good player.
Caicedo plays for the Colombian National League, if I'm not mistaken. I hope he does.
I want to say the best bit of business that was done all summer was actually by Real Madrid, getting Bellingham in early for the amount they paid. I think officially it was 105 million. Euros.
Yeah, with add-ons. Yeah,
with add-ons and
95 million,
everything,
something like
right?
Yeah.
Because if Caicedo and Rice had gone earlier, Bellingham's stock would have risen even more, and he would have been 125 to 130. So best bit of business there was by Real Madrid, but it has gotten a little silly. I think now Chelsea have spent in the last 2 years, year and a half. It's just close to £1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just ludicrous. Their £90 million man today, Mudryk, came off the bench in the 80th minute, I think. We'll talk about that game, Liverpool-Chelsea, in a couple minutes here. That transfer still blows my mind. I think they were fleeced on Mudryk. Anyway, but Caicedo, the drama is over. He is now headed to Chelsea and signing.
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of these clubs that aren't owned by billionaires and oil money have to kind of play that game.
I would like.
You kind of dangle things in front of people, and you're like, "Oh, you're gonna take the bait? Like, okay, like you took the bait, you gave me the money. Like now I can help my club grow."
Go ahead, Danny.
The funny thing about the Caicedo deal was, you got £100 million deal agreed with Liverpool. Player doesn't want the move. Medical's booked. Player doesn't want the move. Tells Liverpool he's not going. Right. So goes back to Chelsea. Brighton and Chelsea are still haggling out the deal. And while that's going on, Chelsea is still pursuing Lavia from Southampton, who Liverpool want as well.
Yeah.
So they're going to go after them both. But what if they do get Lavia over the line, right? What a midfield that they have between Lavia, Fernandes, and Moises Caicedo.